Hey, thanks to everybody for joining us on the second episode of the Network Effect. We're here with Chloe Gagne. Make sure I got to get that right. My sister Chloe. So we had one take, and I just messed it up. Probably Chloe had to redo it. She's here to talk about her business, the Crown Jewel Salon, and we're super excited to kind of get into her story and how all this started. So let's just jump right into it. I've heard your story plenty of times. I was here kind of in the process while you were going through it. But can you go ahead and just kind of dive into what made you want to start the Crown Jewel Salon instead of, say, work for someone else?
Well, our grandmother, she had her own salon pretty much from her ground up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just inspired me all throughout beauty school. She was like, you need to go all in, you need to do your own thing. And just going off of like what I wanted to dive all in with my own client building and everything. Most salons do like a level based system
Mm-hmm.
where you can only work certain days a week, certain amount of people a week, and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to go straight forward into it and fully dive in to start that.
All right, awesome. All right, thank you so much. That was really cool, really insightful. So what would you say is probably the scariest thing about starting your own salon?
Definitely for sure, just rejection.
Mm-hmm.
I know whenever people get nervous about going into finding their own clientele, it's just people not meshing with personalities and things like that. And that's just one thing. It's like you have to realize not everybody's personality is going to mesh with yours, and sometimes techniques don't mess together. But once you just keep pushing through and then you get to know people as while you're doing everything, it'll
Mm-hmm.
just kind of be easier
Right. The more you
to.
practice, the
Yeah,
more, yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Everybody has different personalities and things
Mm-hmm.
like that, and so once you kind of figure out the different things and like what to talk about with each
Mm-hmm.
person, what their interests are and everything, it makes a good connection, so
That's good.
helps with
Okay.
that.
Now, how did you get to the point where you were able to push through it? Like, how did you do
hmm
that?
I just kind of was annoyed with being, I guess, annoyed by it, and so I just was like, okay, well, I'm sick of getting upset about different things, so I might as
Right.
well reach out to the other people instead of
Mm-hmm.
trying to fix what I was doing. I need to look
Okay.
more into the clients and have
Yeah.
more of a relationship with them
Mm-hmm.
rather than thinking, oh, like what am I doing to change it? I just need to get to know
Mm-hmm.
them better.
So a full mind shift on what you're
Mhm.
focusing on from how you were doing things to, hey, look, I need to do this for them.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
definitely.
All right. So how do you shape the vibe and standards of your salon?
So definitely want to keep cleanliness
Mm-hmm.
at the top.
Yeah.
Um, I just went through a whole decluttering, anyways, of all the decorations that we have in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, just making sure after every single client, going through deep cleaning, getting things off the counter, even if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not using them for the next client, just moving them out of the way, putting them up,
Mm-hmm.
just because it needs to be a homey feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are going to be in there from 2 hours to sometimes like 5 or 6 hours. You got to make sure that they're comfortable.
Right. So for
Mm-hmm.
your vibe, you're trying to make
Mm-hmm.
that comforting atmosphere,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere your clients can go to relax, that sort of thing.
Yes, for
Awesome.
sure.
So those things just tie right in hand,
Yeah.
trying to make sure everything's good where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what's your process? Speaking of clients and experience, what's your process for balancing the client experience and your business growth?
Yes. So that kind of goes back to starting your clientele in the beginning and
Mm-hmm.
everything, where I just remember when I was going through gathering as many clients as I could,
Mm-hmm.
I would just keep kind of posting everything so that
Mm-hmm.
people would see that I am working.
Mm-hmm.
I did that throughout school too.
Yeah.
Thankfully, the school I went to, we could actually work on like real life people
Mm-hmm.
and get photos and things like that to kind of build that up before we went directly into the workforce. So that
Yeah.
helped a lot. Um, but yeah, just keeping on grabbing the clientele, working,
Mm-hmm.
getting clientele that kept coming back to you as well, and then they would refer you and things. So that just kind of goes hand in hand with building your business
Yeah.
and getting all that client experience.
Awesome. Well, all right. So client experience, you're building the business growth here. Now, what do you focus on for building a brand in such an image-driven industry?
Mainly, definitely just staying up to date.
Mm-hmm.
My clients are very communicative about what they like to see, especially with like hair talk and all the things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, just kind of the behind the scenes photos and things that are getting posted. I like to keep everything very personable.
Okay.
And they just like to see the little steps and everything that goes together, and
Mm-hmm.
then bam, the finished project. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. Awesome. All right. So when marketing comes up with your business, building the brand, the image, working with clients, trying to get new clients, what's one of the biggest marketing things that you've done that worked?
Definitely including my personality in my social
Mm-hmm.
media posts. People love to be able to connect, and then being able to see what you're into,
Mm,
different things you're doing outside of the salon, and how they can relate to that. They
yeah.
definitely enjoy being able to have a little bit more of that inside of like who you are,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
Really cool. Really cool. So what's one that you would say just didn't work?
Just not doing
Just
that.
not doing
Just
that.
not
Okay.
marketing.
Yeah.
I have seen whenever it's just like the pictures of the lashes, the hair, the makeup,
Mm-hmm.
and no other, like we were talking about earlier, behind the scenes things, or like
Mm-hmm.
my thought process through anything. It just
Yeah.
doesn't get as much attention
Mm-hmm.
as those other
Yeah.
posts
Keeping
and
it
things
all in.
do.
Yeah. Cool. Being here today and doing this with me. I'm going to put your website link in the description here on all the different platforms I'm posting on. But if you want to, go ahead and tell everybody where they can follow you.
Yeah. So my Instagram is chloe.crownjewelsalon on Instagram, and I'm pretty sure it's the same on TikTok. And then he'll have my website in the comments below.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.